Guys, we are live with another one, all right? We are live with another one. I'm just getting set up here. We are live with another one. And guys, topic of discussion today, it's got to be the obvious, right? We're like we're like 20. Oh, damn, I got to plug this on. Hold on a second, guys. We're like 20 days away from the next UFC event, guys. All right, we had spectacular events for 2024. Made videos about that. Okay, I already said basically the biggest cheater of 2024 was Michael Chandler. All right, Ben said that. Uh, what else? What else about 2024? Um, one of the UFC's one of the UFC's worst events. Hold on a second, guys. I apologize. I'm trying to set this up right now. One of the worst, in my belief, one of the worst UFC events of 2024 will have to be 297, guys. 297 might have been the worst UFC event, uh, pay-per-view event, that is. We did mention that. But guys, we're 20 days away from the next UFC event, man. I wanted to get on here on this live and just talk about the possibilities. You know what I mean? The possibilities of things happening, right? The possibilities of John Jones actually staying in the UFC and competing in the heavyweight division and finally fighting Tom Aspinall. The possibilities of that happening, guys. There's more possibilities. There's more possibilities. Let's keep going. Does Umar beat Marab? That is totally possible. Um, great fight, and I'm glad the UFC put that one together. What else? What more possibilities are there? Another possibility, guys. Possibility is that the crash out of the year was definitely Jamal Hill. Definitely Jamal Hill. Has to be. All right. So with that said, okay, with that said, the possibility of Jamal Hill getting his head knocked clean right the fuck off by jury, that's a big possibility, guys. Big possibility. And I'm definitely watching that card just because I need Jamal Hill to be humbled, guys. I need this guy to be humbled. He should not be out here fighting civilians. He should not be out here fighting civilians, okay? And you didn't look so tough when Alex Pereira told you to put on the gloves, okay? You wasn't willing, you know what I mean, to fight him right then and there, right? But, a civilian that can defend themselves at your level, you're willing to just attack him and break his teeth down his throat, right? So that's a possibility, man. Seeing jury knock him out would be a huge possibility. And you know what? I'm ready for that, guys. I'm ready for that. um, the possibilities of Alex, there's been rumors out there, guys. There's rumors swirling right now. There's rumors left and right now. Of Chimaev actually fighting Alex Pereira. I heard there was a rumor out there. I don't know how truthful that is. Right now, I say that is 0% truth, in my opinion. In my opinion, that is 0% truth. Okay, there's no truth to that. I just saw it. I read it somewhere on Twitter. And I'm like, this is bullshit. This is never going to happen. Chimaev is not going to fight Alex. And I tell you what, if Alex did fight Chimaev, that's a very, very bad matchup, guys. Very bad matchup. Because if Chimaev goes in there and just wrestles him and takes him down, it might be it might look like a Reaper situation once again. Guys, if you're new to the channel, like and subscribe, okay? Like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. It takes minimal fucking effort to give me that thumbs up, so please give me that thumbs up, guys. All right, it helps me out. All right, I appreciate you. Cheers. But um yeah, 20 days away, guys. If you're new to the channel, like and subscribe, guys. 20 days away from the next UFC event, guys. 20 days away. Um, I'll tell you what. There's not a. I wonder what Dana White is gonna do. That is the biggest question that I have in my head. What is he gonna do? Because before he was so busy, he was so in tune. He was into really building up this UFC roster. You know what I mean? He was so determined, and now I don't know. He's sort of like more hands off. You know, probably gave the reins to someone else. That's why he's trying to stay busy and start up other companies like Slap and other ventures of that nature. What's up, man? Hello, hello. If you're new to the channel, guys, like and subscribing. And remember, it takes minimal effort to give me that thumbs up, man. It literally does. Hello, hello. How you doing? How you doing? But I wonder how Dana White is gonna, change up things for 2025. I mean, look, they started off hot. 2025 really starts off hot. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? The Mackenzie Dern and Amanda Ribas fight. Look, nobody's jumping for joy for that fight. But I mean, after that card, UFC starts off hot, phenomenal events. But I wonder if Dana White is gonna, I already know Dana White does his little contender series and shit, but I wonder if he's gonna, he used to have a YouTube channel and he used to travel the world looking for fighters, and he used to do it with Mass Sarah and another person as well. And I just wonder if he's gonna do some more of that. Is he gonna travel the world and look for specific fighters all around the world? Because I'll tell you what, this roster needs to be built. Okay, let me read what we said. Hi, sir. How are you speak? Are you speaking English? I am speaking English. I am speaking English. You say free Diddy. I don't know, guys. Everything is allegations, but I tell you what, right now, when it comes to that situation, if you want to bring up the Diddy situation real fast, okay? Let me give you my 2 cents, all right? I did watch a video of P. Diddy, Puffy Daddy, whatever you want to call him, the diddler, running down a hallway in a hotel, okay, wearing nothing but a towel, okay, holding on to the towel for dear life, okay? Thank the Lord he did, okay? And he runs after this female, okay, beats her up, punches her repeatedly in the back of the head, in front of the head. She does her best to, take the impact. But it gets even worse, guys. Then all of a sudden the girl hits the ground, and guys, I only saw this in street fights, and okay? Street fights, and I saw this in NFL Monday Night Football. Because Diddy just punted this girl's head into the 30-yard line, okay, and got right into the red zone. I'm telling you. All right, so I don't want to hear free this, free that. I don't. I really don't, guys. Why are you so cute? I guess, you know what? I gotta thank the guy above who intended to make me this way. All right, that's probably why. That's most likely why. You know what I mean? Gotta thank the guy above. Gots to. All right, because he given me everything that I ever wanted in life and more, and he keeps giving me more abundance. And I think it's because of the good karma that I've done in my life. That a lot of good things are actually happening right now as I speak, okay? So appreciate the little thing, guys. Appreciate it. That wasn't Diddy. That was me. That's sad. Hey, I saw a video. It looked, it was him. I saw him. My eyes don't lie. I'm sorry. Ain't no freeing that man. Amen to yeah, yeah. Peace be upon him. Peace be upon him. Okay, peace be upon him. All right. Can't be saying people's name and not saying peace be upon them. Okay, especially if they have gone. Okay. She tried to steal my underwear, so I had to run her down. That's sad. That's a sad story, guys. Very, very sad story. But moving on, guys. Um, I wonder what. Back to the topic right now that I was just talking about Dana White before the diddler was actually brought up. I wonder what Dana White is gonna do. Is he, they have to do something better to promote the UFC, especially now. Okay, they have to do something big. They have to do something. In my opinion, they have to do something drastic. You know what I mean? I don't know. I really don't know. I can't imagine he's gonna go ahead and travel the world and try to look for the best fighters like he used to do. I could imagine he don't have the time for that anymore, and they probably allocated that, to other people within the organization. So I'm pretty sure that's not gonna happen. But I would have loved to see that. You know what I mean? Not only that, but I would have loved to see Adesanya versus Strickland. Another bullshit fight that they put on. Don't get me wrong. I like Duplessis. Don't get me wrong. I like Strickland for what it was, that fight. But it wasn't very much entertaining. And to say that, I want to watch that fight again, I don't. I really don't. I really wanted to see Adesanya versus Strickland, but I really wanted to see those two guys be coaches for the Ultimate Fighter. It would have been very entertaining to see Strickland and Adesanya be coaches on the Ultimate Fighter. Very entertaining, very intriguing as well. But I don't know. These guys have other plans, man. But they've fallen behind right now because if John Jones walks away, that heavyweight division is in shambles. Who is Tom Aspinall going to build his name off of? Just point blank, okay? Curtis Blaydes is fucking ranked top 5, guys, okay? Derek Lewis is top 10, okay? The heavyweight division is in fucking shambles, okay? And not only that, but the women's bantamweight division as well. It's just, come on, Kayla Harrison? That's the only person they really have there. I mean, the champ, Juliana Pena, but she's going to retire soon. She's getting older. That whole division is in shambles, okay? And let's not talk about the flyweight division. They have an issue with that division. They're going to have to keep looking for other people in all other organizations just to fight their champion in the flyweight division. It's getting out of hand, guys, okay? It's getting out of hand. My grandmother died 2 days ago. Oh, man, Gonzalez, man, I'm sorry to hear that. You know what I mean? I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that, your grandma passed. Blessed to her. Peace be upon her. And, you just got to hope that she lived her best life. You know what I mean? That's what you got to hope, And if she lived a long life and, she got a chance to, see her grandkids grow up, I think she lived a very, very fruitful life. All right? So no reason to be sad. All right? But it is what it is, right? Embrace the fact that she lived a long life. So Dana, what did you have for breakfast? Dana, John Jones is the best fighter of all time. You know it. You know it, guys. Like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Please like and subscribe if you're new to the channel, guys, okay? If you're new to the channel. But yeah, guys, I just wonder, what is. It's just they're not doing the utmost. They're not really doing it's just rinse and repeat consistently. It's always the UFC countdowns and the UFC embeddeds. It's like they need to be creative this year. They really need to be creative this year, and they really need to sell why fans should continue to buy this product. You know what I mean? Islam Makhamadov is the best lightweight fighter of all time. You said best fighter of all time? I don't know about that. I want to see more face-to-face. Yeah, I can agree with that. I do want to see more face-to-face. I want to see that whole You know, when John Jones and Daniel Cormier had their whole rivalry and they got in a room and they got a chance to, to talk it out. And it was very that whole that whole interview was very intriguing. It was interesting. It was intense, and it was totally different. It was something that the UFC, they don't really do that often. And yeah, I do want to see that as well. I would love to see more face to face, especially for the bigger fights, right? Especially for the bigger fights. Can you imagine a face to face with John Jones and Tom Aspinall? How would that go? You know what I mean? That I wouldn't. I want to see that. Guys, if you're new to the channel, like and subscribe, guys. Like and subscribe. I only plan to be here for just a little bit, okay? Because I actually got to go back into the world and do some things, man, all right? So I only get to relax for like the next 3 hours, and then I got to go do some things, you hear? But yeah, guys, like and subscribe. Did you watch Usyk versus Fury? No, I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it. Tell me a little bit about it. You know what I mean? I know Usyk won. I know Usyk won. I know a lot of people were called. Well, not a lot of people. I saw a few people saying that it was a robbery. But a lot of people were saying no. Usyk, definitely won that fight. I mean, what's your opinion on that one? I didn't watch the fight. Maybe I'll watch it when I have some time. Uh, but I did watch um, that Francis Ngannou, that Francis, excuse me, that Francis Ngannou story, that documentary, and yeah, man, excuse me, that docu is crazy. It's crazy, man. The crazy stuff that Francis Ngannou had to go through. It's nuts. Ah, but yeah, guys, like and subscribe if you're new to the channel, man. If you are new to do to. But yeah, I know for a fact, Dana White is gonna hold his little contender series. I know that for sure. He's gonna hold his contender series. There's gonna be a few guys that go through the contender. But I don't know. I just how do you rebuild the Ultimate Fighter? Because I think the Ultimate Fighter is one of those things that I think they should bring it back, but also revamp it. And I just saw oh my gosh, I saw so much potential with Adesanya and Strickland as coaches. That that I think that would have done crazy fucking ratings. Adesanya and Strickland as coaches. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I only watched the highlights, but from what I've seen, Usyk was landing the better shots. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing. A lot of people are saying the same thing that you're saying, man. A lot of people are saying the same thing that you're saying. Usyk is a very well-rounded fighter than Fury. Uh, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, and um, Fury, he's getting older. He's getting older, man. You know what I mean? He's getting older. Those knees, don't move as well. That head is not gonna move as well either. So I mean, you know, you only can fight for so long. You know what I mean? You only can fight for so long, and then you're gonna wake up and notice that everything is just hurting. You've slowed down. You can't run as much. Your sex drive sucks. You know what I'm saying? And once you're there, that's awful. You know what I mean? That's just awful. Cause you gotta imagine, man, if you're taking a lot of the, I mean, whether you want to believe it or not, a lot of these guys are on performance enhancing drugs and multiple performance enhancing drugs. It's not only one. It's multiple, man. It's a science. All right, they have a team, man. Better than Lance Armstrong. I'm telling you. But if you're on all these performance enhancing drugs, man, how the fuck, like, you're gonna have to be on, you know, medication for the remainder of your life, because you're not gonna be able to catch a boner. That's gone. After taking so many things, that fucks with that, you know, and you're screwed, man. So it's just, yeah, man, it's crazy, crazy stuff, man. Usyk is very well. Okay, Usyk single-handedly destroying UK boxing. Oh man, that's fucked up. Yeah, you did. Yeah, I guess so. Shamzat deserved the title shot over Strickland. I agree with that. I agree with that. I thought Chimaev was gonna be fighting Duplessis in Africa, and I thought Strickland was gonna be a coach on the Ultimate Fighter with Adesanya, because it was gonna be Adesanya versus Strickland too. But the fucking UFC don't listen. The sons of bitches don't listen. Okay. Yeah, EPO. Yeah, they take all that EPO, human growth hormones, um, uh, man, there's others too. Um, Damn, there was one drug that these cyclists were taking, and it was for pain. It was a, I forget, what's it fucking, what, cortisone? I think it was cortisone. Yeah, yeah, it was cortisone. Some of them probably taking cortisone, you know, for pain. Man, it's so much shit, guys. So much shit. All right. Uh, Chimaev is fighting Pereira. Look, I saw that. I don't want to spread the rumors, but that wasn't by a credible source, so I don't want to put that out there. I already had mentioned that. I don't think Pereira is going to fight Chimaev. I don't think the UFC wants to put that together, because if they wanted to put that together, then they might as well put on John Jones versus Alex Pereira, okay? So I don't think that the UFC is going to put that on. It's weird to see a lot of WMMA fighters fall off, like Nama Nunes and Andrade. I mean, they had their time, man. Um, just like the men fighters. You know what I mean? They had their time, and you wake up one day and you're just not as good as you used to be, and that's just a reality. Especially after all of the training, and after competing at a very very high level. You only can do that for so long. Mars women division needs to shut down those fights are boring as hell. That's messed up, man. That's messed up. You really think the women's division? I mean, look, man. The women. I'm not gonna lie. Now that you guys are mentioning that, I was looking at the 2024 schedule yesterday when I did. No, the day before yesterday when I had went on live, and I'm not gonna lie. A lot of the women's fights, I, they were probably if there was a top five for the worst fights of 2024, I bet three or four of them would be a women fight, like women main event fights. You know what I mean? Like, they're not very entertaining. They're not. You know what I mean? I do agree with you on that one. I mean no disrespect though, bro. I would have went to see it if it came to South Africa. You know what I mean? Nah, man. They definitely not. They're not going. Muhammad. I need some time for a bathroom break during a card. That's messed up. That's messed up. Para needs to fight. Uh, Mother Uncle Live. Yeah, that's the fight that the UFC most likely is gonna put on. It's Ankalaev versus Pereira. Just because there's I guess there'll be an outroar if the UFC doesn't put it together. But I highly doubt. I I don't know. I don't know. I've seen some crazier things. I've seen some crazier things. Um, so we'll see. We'll see. I mean, like I said, 2025 is starting off hot. Really, really hot with Mackenzie Dern's starting off the year. You like how I just boom put that right in there? Yeah, 2025 is starting off hot with Mackenzie Dern's headlining. Okay, against Amanda Ribas. All right. Yeah, the stickers are usually the women fights. What happened to the fights like Joanna versus Rayleigh? Those fights are non-existent. All right. The reason why that fight happened the way it happened was because look, I guarantee. I mean, Joanna Jędrzejczyk, you know, she was one of the best, if not the best, to do it when it comes to the women's, the females. She was a beast. She was a monster, man. That was a very, very entertaining fight. But that fight would never be repeated. Mackenzie Dern has to be mentioned at least once per live stream. Yeah, man, have to, especially with her fight, coming up. Her fight is coming up 20 days away. We are 20 days away from the next UFC event. All right. And they're starting off real caliente. Okay. They're starting off real caliente with Mackenzie Dern's and her fat ass. Fighting against Amanda Ribas. All right, nah, I'm just playing. I don't mean no disrespect when I say Mackenzie Dern has a fat ass, but man, damn, woo, smack it, you're on the floor, smack it, give me some more. All right, let me stop. But yeah, Joanna has grit. Joanna definitely has grit, man. She definitely has grit. She was one of those fighters that I used to love watching. She was my favorite fighter. To this day, she's my favorite female fighter for sure. UFC 311 is going to be the card of the year. Two title fights, full stacked main card. Definitely 211 looks very entertaining. Like I said, guys, they're starting off real hot, man. They're starting off real hot. You know what I mean? They have multiple people fighting that I thought I do want to see. I want to see them early in 2025. Like MVP, he's fighting. Um, who else is gonna fight? Jerry Prohaska, he's fighting. Hopefully, he kicks Jamal Hill's ass. Multiple people, man. Marab Umar. I mean, there's a ton of fighters that I'm excited to see, and I get to see them, early, and back-to-back events as well. So, gotta thank the UFC for that one. I think the UFC has an issue marketing their big stars. Honestly, they're not marketing their big fight. They're not marketing at all, guys. The UFC does minimal. They're not good. They're not marketing anyone. They're telling these fighters you're gonna have to do it yourself. You're gonna have to go on the Instagram, the Twitters, the YouTubes, the whatever in the world to big, basically, market yourself. Because I don't think the UFC is doing that anymore. They're right now in a position where, uh, you know, fighters are being liquidated. You know what I mean? Even if you're in a win streak, it doesn't matter. You could be cut if they don't like your style and if they don't like you. So yeah, yeah. They can't replicate the McGregor era. Not ever per has that. I think not yet at least. Uh, I mean, if you really want to think about it, I mean, I hold the whole. I get the whole McGregor thing. I get it. I get the whole McGregor situation. Um, but I don't know. I don't know. Uh, is McGregor fighting Chandler in 25? Fuck no. Chandler right now is doing cock push-ups, okay, because he's so fucking pissed off that Conor McGregor is gonna go fight one of the Paul brothers, Jake Paul, whatever. I don't even fucking know his name. But yeah, they're not fighting in 2025, guys. That ship has sailed. All right, that ship has sailed. Conor's not coming back to the UFC. He's waiting for that sunshine clause, whatever that thing is in the UFC contract.
Mardina needs to stop glazing John Jones. Give credit to other fighters. I agree, man. I agree. Nope, he's got busted with. John Jones would have been more marketable to casuals if it wasn't for his antics outside of the ring. Honestly, I think what he did outside of the ring was great marketing as well for him and the UFC. You know, McGregor is done. Yeah, McGregor's done, guys. That ship has sailed. What he should do is stay away from the media, stay away from the Twitters, Instagram, stay away from media, and go into hiding for a little bit. All right, because I feel like there's gonna be more cases that are gonna come up about Conor McGregor. I disagree. They spotlight them on Countdown and other shows. They produce, and if they see potential, they strategically build him up with favorable fights. That's not fucking marketing, man. Okay, setting up a person with favorable fights like they did to Sean O'Malley. That's not fucking marketing, brother. All right, marketing is let me tell you what marketing is. All right, just a little bit for you. Marketing is putting the putting your name out basically. You know, putting your name out, whether it's putting your face on a UFC shirt, selling product with your name on it, mentioning your fucking name in a positive atmosphere at a press conference, or anything of the above, putting you on a cover of the UFC, game, or anything of that nature. You know what I mean? Or having you do multiple commercials, multiple companies, whether it's this company, that company, whatever company. That's what marketing is. You know what I mean? And they're not fucking doing that right now. It's the same old shit that we have that we always see. We don't have that creativeness of like where uh, interviews are being done differently. You know what I mean? Where we had moments where Era Hawani was walking down. I don't even remember. It was an old interview with John Jones and Era Hawani, and they were like in the middle of a lake, and the whole time they were just around this lake, around this park, and walking around. Even though you know the interview was great, the setting made it even better, just because it wasn't like in an enclosed area, or you know what I mean, or it wasn't the same product. That's what I mean. They need to be creative when it comes to marketing these fighters, and I haven't seen that. And I've been watching the UFC since 2003, 2004, and yeah, 2003, 2004. And let me tell you something. I haven't seen shit that's different. It's rinse and repeat, guys. Connor needs to be in jail. Khabib really destroyed him. I wouldn't go all there. I mean, I don't know Conor McGregor. I don't know Conor McGregor personally. I don't know him like that. Look, very early on, he was very inspirational to a lot of people. He was saying a lot of the right things. Okay, he had a lot of memorable quotes within that period. But somewhere along those lines, something changed. Whether it was money, drugs, or all of it. Um, but something changed, and yeah, his character turned into just this mayhem dude, and he's been getting into a lot of issues since then, guys. I say he needs to check into a clinic and get off the fucking drugs. That's the first thing he needs to do, and then the second thing, immediately when he gets off the drugs and get out of that clinic, as soon as his fucking front toe gets out of that building, he needs to go contact a marriage counselor, okay? Because the guy needs to marry D. Devlin. Because if he don't marry D. Devlin, I'm gonna go fly out to Ireland myself, and I'm gonna holla at D. Devlin, and I'm gonna tell her, look, all right, I might not have as much money as the old Conor McGregor there, all right, but I could bet you what, I could make it very entertaining for you. But D. Devlin, she's another hot one. But yeah, a lot of issues when it comes to Connor. A lot of issues, okay? A lot of demons. A lot. The money ruined McGregor. It's sad watching his old interviews. He was different, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. It's funny that you say that, man, because that's what I'm talking about. Like, he said a lot of good stuff. He was very, like I said, he was very inspirational. Like he inspired you, in a way where you would think, damn, you know, shit, maybe he's right. Maybe it's possible. Maybe this. So like, yeah, I know there was a lot of fighters out there that probably were inspired by that guy, and that guy has came and went, man. It's just not the kind of that the product that we have now. Connor is just not. He's not the same man, and he's not going to be the same man, and we can't expect him to be the same man, especially after all of the head trauma. He's gotten multiple, concussions most likely. He's been knocked out, knocked down multiple times as well, rocked multiple times. So I can imagine how much CTE the guy has, and not only, how much CTE he has, but like how much, of a drug issue does he have really? Because I mean, I watched a lot of his interviews, now, and it just seems like in every interview he's on something, whether he's drinking beer or he's definitely on, coke. He's definitely on it, and it's fucked up, man. It's fucked up. He was cocky, but his confidence was based on reality. Now he just sounds stupid. I agree with you, man. I agree with you 100%. And not only does he sound stupid, he looks stupid now. He looks dumb. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people are like, how are you gonna do this and how are you gonna do that, and the whole civil suit and whatnot. And it's like, now you're just ruining yourself. Nobody wants to be a part of the Conor McGregor, business. Fucking damn near BKFC walks away from him. It's just it's absurd, man. It's absurd. Who is your favorite fighter present? Uh, my favorite fighter present right now is Tony Ferguson, but he's retired, and he's not the same Tony Ferguson that you know we've come to love and whatnot. But that if I had to choose who was my favorite fighter, you know, out of this whole thing, it'll be Tony Ferguson, and then my favorite fighter overall is BJ Penn, and my favorite fighter that's up and comer right now is Carlos Prates. I think Carlos Prates has a lot of potential. John Jones is the best fighter ever by none. Uh, yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you on that one. I agree with you on that one. John Jones is, hey, somebody begs to differ. Somebody, see, it's always gonna be somebody who thinks something different, guys. Okay, it's always gonna be somebody who thinks something different. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. All right, guys, like and subscribe if you're new to the channel, guys. Okay, like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Tony win streak will always be legendary. Yeah, man, a 12 fight win streak. Um, it was those battles were fucking just amazing. I would have loved to see the Khabib fight. It got fucking scheduled 5 times, and all 5 times it got canceled. Um, and then the pandemic happened. Fucking pandemic happened, and fucking Tony Ferguson loses weight, back to back, for no reason at all. And then he goes ahead and fights Justin Gaethje at the Apex, and it was just all downhill from there, man. Is Prates the guy that smokes a cig before a fight? Yeah, that's him. That is Carlos Prates. Khabib would have mauled Tony. I'm sorry, I had to read that again because you said Khabib would have mauled Tony. It, you know, uh, you shouldn't say stupid shit like that. You really shouldn't say stupid shit like that, okay? Because I'm gonna rewind this for you, okay? Because now you got me right there in a fucking corner. Because what you just said right there, Sans 307, is some fucking stupid shit, okay? You said Khabib would have mauled Tony Ferguson. Are you fucking out of your mind? The Tony Ferguson that was in that 12 fight win streak, the Tony Ferguson before he had that knee surgery, you're fucking out of your mind, man. You're crazy, bro. Let me remind you something. Let me. I want to remind you about this, okay? Answer me this question: who did Khabib beat to be the lightweight champion? Answer me that. Man could not handle the facts. Yo, y'all tripping, man. Y'all tripping, bro. Answer me that question. Who did who did Khabib fight to become the champion? Get the fuck out of here. Tony was never good. You're out of your mind, bro. You're fucking out of your mind, bro. Y'all crazy. You guys are fucking nuts, man. All right, since San 307 can't come up with the answer, I'll tell you what the answer is, okay? Khabib became the champion by beating Al Quinta. Guys, he beat Al Quinta, and guess what? He didn't. It went 5 rounds. He was not even able to put away Al Quinta. Al Quinta was able to nullify Khabib's wrestling. Al fucking Quinta. Don't even get me started, bro. You guys are fucking, you guys are fucking with a pillow in a case, okay? You guys are fucking just fucking sleeping like the Undertaker right now, okay? I like Quinta, man. I like Quinta. The realtor, okay? That's who he beat to become the lightweight champion. Don't fucking sit there and tell me that. Oh my god. Oh my god. Khabib is weird because he struggled with some fighters like Michael Johnson or Quinta, but whoops better fighters. Uh, what do you think about Charles Dubronx? What do I think about Charles Dubronx? What do I think about Charles Dubronx? I think he's a great fighter, man. You know, I think he's stuck in a position right now where anything is possible. You know, he might. I know he's not. He's the next guy, you know, to get the title after whoever wins against Islam and Armin. But Chandler, he's in this great position to where he doesn't necessarily need a belt to be popular. He's already popular as it is. He's a great fighter. Khabib is 29-0, whereas Tony is 26-11. Stats never lie. Okay, since you know, Khabib is 29-0, who was Khabib's 10 first fights? Answer me that. Because I feel like I'm talking to people who are just bringing up stats, but they don't know the details about the facts. All you giving me is stats, but no details upon that facts. He's 29-0, but who was the first 10 people he's ever fought? Name those people. Name those people and then tell me their stats. Because I bet you 9 out of 10 times, those 10 people, maybe even 15 to 17 people, okay, they don't have a winning record. A lot of them were 0-0. Charles was told he'll never walk again. He's a fighter. That's crazy. Yeah, I know. Ferguson was never in Khabib's level. Why does it matter? It's crazy. It's crazy. It doesn't really matter. But to say a comment like that, to say that Khabib would have mauled Tony Ferguson, and to have me not defend Tony Ferguson, that's bullshit. That's crazy to me because it's like Okay, let's if you want to bring up true facts, I'll bring up true facts. Like I said, and nobody, you guys couldn't bring up the facts, which was who I asked you who did Khabib beat to become the champion. You couldn't come up with the answer. It was Al Quinta. Al Quinta was the man who Khabib went 5 rounds with and couldn't put him away to become the champion. Okay, and not only that, but okay, and I asked you who okay, since he is 29-0 and we're giving that 29-0 very very good credit. If he is 29-0, who are the first 15 fights that he had? Who are those fighters? And how are their records? And where are they today? I need to know those answers. I know the answers, but I want to know if you guys know the answers. Because I don't really think you guys know the answers, and you guys are trying to say that this 29-0 was very, very impressive. Well, but when you look at those guys don't even have a winning record. You put those guys all together. You put 15 of those guys' records all together, they're still not winning records. Point blank, that's facts. I've been on for 45 minutes, guys. I'm now here rambling, defending Tony Ferguson. You know, a guy that I already said should have retired a long time ago, but the guy doesn't listen to nobody. But yeah, I think even better than could be beating guys like Volkanovski and Oliveira. I think that's recency bias. I think that's recency bias. Okay. I think that's what that is, in my opinion. Name the people Tony fought. What? Name the Tony. What do you mean name? He named. You want me to name all the fighters that Tony Ferguson fought? He fought damn near a whole bunch of people. And let me tell you something. They were all top-notch competitions. Top-notch competition. Okay, and let's not mention the fighters that he fought on the Ultimate Fighter. He wasn't even supposed to win that one, but that was in a heavyweight division. He was fighting in the Ultimate Fighter at welterweight division. Do you want me to name the welterweight division fights as well? Because he's done well in the welterweight division as well. Like, the fuck? Fuck out of here, man. You couldn't do one thing for me, and then you want me to do one thing for you? Name all this. Kiss my ass. Gaethje laid a beating on Ferguson. He definitely did. Gaethje definitely laid a beating on Tony Ferguson. He definitely did. Khabib tapped him in 2. Nah. I don't think so. What do you think about Islam Makhachev? I think he's a good fighter. I think Islam is a great fighter. You know what I mean? But I don't like. How can I say this? Like a lot of people. I mean, he's on the pound for pound list, but he wouldn't be on my on my pound for pound list. Like he wouldn't be on my GOAT list. You know what I mean? Like he's not on my GOAT list, not even close. Khabib is not even on my GOAT list, not even close. But he's a great fighter. You know what I mean? Especially for this time. He's beat the who's who. But that's pretty much. I'm not really a fan of Islam like that. I'm just not. I like Bilal Muhammad more than I'd rather watch a Bilal Muhammad fight than an Islam fight. That's just my opinion. I like Bilal Muhammad's style. And that Islam fight against Dustin Poirier was awesome. You never know with Khabib fights. He could have mauled Tony, but it could have also been a close fight like some of Khabib's fights. Yeah, I just think I think styles make matchups. And when I watched Khabib go against Al Quinta, and I watched that fight very, very closely, that's when I learned that Khabib's style, his style of wrestling, isn't a normal style of wrestling. Okay? Because this is the reason why I say that is because a normal style of wrestler, he's going to be able to take you down anywhere. It doesn't matter if you're on the fence or on the middle of the center of the octagon. A normal wrestler will be able to take you down whenever. Those are that specific wrestler's ability. But when I saw the Al Quinta fight, and I'm like, man, Khabib. Everybody was saying, Khabib is a mauler. Khabib is a great wrestler. His wrestling is, by far the best. And all of a sudden, when he fought Khabib Nurmagomedov, I mean when Khabib fought Al Quinta, that's when everybody found out. Oh shit! It's not that Khabib is a great wrestler; is that he's great at his style of wrestling. Okay, and that's the reason why he couldn't take down Al Quinta, because Al Quinta, he learned very quickly that, man, Khabib can't take me down. He's having a hard time he's having a hard time taking me down because my back isn't on the fence. So let me keep my back away from the fence and let me stay in the middle of the octagon, and let's see if he can beat me here. And we saw that fight against Al Quinta was very, very close, and Al Quinta exposed that Khabib isn't a great wrestler. It's just that he has a great style of wrestling for his style of wrestling, which is, basically push you back, make you feel overpower you, fill that void, and then shoot for the takedown, get assistance from the fence, and the fence, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna eventually take you down, regardless. So when I learned that, I just figured, okay, so I think Tony Ferguson has a good chance. Styles make matchups, and Tony Ferguson is just, to me, when he was in his prime, he was one of those guys that he can get hurt and he can still win a fight. He had that type of grit. He was like Robbie Lawler, but with, a great submission skill. It's Tony lose because he really wanted to win. He even hired Goggins. Yeah, man. When I saw Goggins being hired by Tony, and Tony was working with Goggins, that's when I said, man, this is over. Pack it up. Khabib at 13 in the UFC, probably never lost a round. Proved everyone wrong. Retired three years, but still on some people's heads. Tony needs to stop being punching bag. His health is a danger. Wouldn't Islam be better than Khabib based on your own critique of Khabib's resume? All right. Wouldn't Islam be better than Khabib based on your own critique of Khabib's resume? Possibly. Possibly. You know what I mean? But I like I said, I don't really know. I don't really know when it comes to Khabib and Islam. Islam, he's still fighting. He's still a great fighter. But I don't really know. I never really looked at it that way. I never really looked at any of that way, to be honest. It's Greco. Yeah, Greco-Roman wrestling. If Tony loses 2 more fights, Dana would release him. I mean, I think the UFC should release Tony now. That's my opinion. I think Tony shouldn't fight another round. Who is your top 5 of all time? GOATs. Top 5 of all time GOATs before I leave, because I'm about to be out of here, guys. Tony is on a 13 fight losing streak. No, he is actually 8 or 7 or 8, something like that. So, just got in. What's up, the King? What's up? Hey, the King. I watched the documentary. Well, I listened to the story, and I read the article there with the lady. The story is amazing when it comes to Francis Ngannou. I'm not gonna say it's fake. I'm not gonna say it's real, but I can tell you what, it's an amazing fucking story. Do you think Jones would fight Aspinall? Jones is not gonna fight Aspinall. And who is your top 5 of all time? Top 5 of all time before I leave, because I'm about to be out of here, guys. Like and subscribe if you're new to the channel, and it takes minimal fucking effort to give me that thumbs up, so you might as well fucking do it. All right. And now, top 5 of all time. Does it have to be in a list? You know what I mean? Like number 1, this is number 1, and then number 2, this is number 2. Like, does it have to be in a list, or is it top 5? You know what I mean? No order. No order. Okay. Neighbors had my home club swatted last night, but they didn't come tonight. Man, they had you swatted? That's crazy. If the police swatted me, I would be very, very polite to them. I would give them a couple drinks, probably a little bit of smokes if they like some. Light a candle as well, because you never know. 2 or 3 people might have died that day. Tony has 3 more fights under his contract. He does, but I still think he should walk away, man. That's just reality. Okay, top. What is it? What is it? Top five. Top five all-time goats. All right, top five all-time goats. No order. If there has to be no order, I have. It doesn't matter. All right, I'm gonna tell you like this. Number one that comes to mind when I think about the goats. Okay, will have to be, and I said this since I've seen him fighting. Okay, when I was watching him fight, and watching him move around, and he was fighting at the highest of highest levels, and he wasn't even being touched. Okay, will have to be Demetrius Johnson. You cannot talk about goats if you're not talking about Demetrius Johnson. The guy was amazing. I don't give a. I could care less what people say about this and that and this and this and that. Guys, Demetrius Johnson was amazing. Okay, the guy was at the, like I said, fighting at the highest level and barely getting touched. Not even a sweat at times. Okay, not even a sweat at times. I'm dead serious. Okay, number two. All right, number two, if we're talking about GOATs, we cannot be talking about GOATs if we're not talking about Anderson Silva. Guys, when Anderson Silva came into the scene, there was nobody that knew about him in the UFC media. Like in the UFC, like people who watch the UFC, they didn't really know much about Anderson Silva. However, if you were an MMA mixed martial arts fan, you definitely knew who Anderson Silva was. And for me, I definitely knew who Anderson Silva was when he went in there and fought Chris Lieben for his first fight in the UFC. And what does he do? He dismantles Chris Lieben like it's nothing. Basically, kisses him away, all right, and basically lays it up like Michael Jordan. Anderson Silva did phenomenal things. Nobody was doing the front kick until Anderson Silva did the front kick on Vitor Belfort and changed the whole fucking game, all right? So, it'll have to be Demetrius Johnson, Anderson Silva. All right, number three. We cannot be talking about the GOATs if we're not talking about John Jones, okay? I have to bring up the John, and I have to bring on the Jones, okay? John Jones, he's arguably the best pound for pound to ever grace the octagon. There hasn't been a man, all right, in the heavyweight division, and the light heavyweight division that was able to beat John Jones. And now he's proved even more that he's the greatest by moving up to the heavyweight division and taking that title as well, okay? Cannot say that John Jones is not on my list of the GOATs. He has to be, okay? I'm sorry about that. And now, number four. Number four, I'm sorry, I have to say this. It has to be GSP, okay? GSP would have to be number four on my list for top five GOATs. GSP might have had the best jab that I've ever seen in mixed martial arts. GSP might have had the quickest, all right, the quickest double leg that I've ever seen in mixed martial arts. The guy knew how to nullify great fighters, and GSP will have to be on my number four. And now for my last and my number motherfucking five. Okay, going back through the list is Demetrius Johnson, okay, is Anderson Silva, okay, is John Jones, and then is GSP, George St. Pierre, The Rush, and then it has to be, okay, I'm sorry, there was no man better than this man at this time in this specific era, okay, this man was willing to go up in heavyweight just to fight Lyoto Machida. Lyoto Machida said, I'm the greatest of all time right now, and he said, well, guess what, hold my beer, I'm gonna go up, and I know I'm a little guy, I'm a little lightweight guy, but I'm gonna move up to heavyweight and I'm gonna fight you. And that fight was terrific, guys. He went and did some great things. He beat Matt Hughes when Matt Hughes was Matt Hughes, okay? We're talking about the great, the only BJ Penn. All right, that is my top five. Guys, I haven't read anything in the comments. I'm gonna catch up right before I leave. I got a minute left. Hold on a second. That can is empty. A man is drinking vacuum. Well, now it is. This fucking guy. Glad you're going live, even though there's no fights on deck. Hey, there's nothing. There's nothing right now. Fedor, Jones, Silva, Khabib, St. Pierre. That's a crazy list. That's a really, really crazy list. I like the Fedor. I like the Fedor because Fedor is definitely like on my six. He's my six. Islam Poirier, Taporia Jones, top press. Okay, top five UFC guys of all time. uh, can all these 10th degree black belts and grandmasters in all these millions of karate and martial arts schools really fight? Karate, karate is snake oil nowadays. Bro is certified yapper. BJ Penn problem is he never had cardio. Uh, I mean, I don't want to say he didn't have cardio, but that was his. I guess you could say that was his struggle with the best in the world. But against anybody else, he had cardio, and he looked great. You know what I mean? It's just when your opposition is even greater than you, it tends to make you look bad. Bro is certified yapper. That's what I said to your mother last night. She's definitely a certified yapper. I had to put my dick in it. Now shut your fucking mouth. Nick Diaz laid a beating on him. Nick Diaz did lay a beating on him, but that was BJ Penn already like way past his prime. He was already past his prime. You know what I mean? He wasn't, fighting for no fucking belts. I can tell you that much. You know what I mean? So, yeah, he definitely did beat him. He definitely did beat him. Man, you guys are haters, bro. You guys are just on here to debate. Anything that I say, you guys want to debate. You what is it? Sand 307. You suck dick, man. Like literally, you suck dick. Everything that I said on this live, everything I've ever said, you just want to come back and you just want to debate with me. I'm not on here to debate with your ass, okay? If you want to debate with someone, go debate with your mom to why she fucking had your ass because your ass is stupid as fuck. All right, just being honest, man. You're just stupid at this point. You know what I mean? It's fucking idiotic. I see you, man. You have a good one, Mars. You have a good one. LOL, not. LOL, yes. Your mom is a stupid bitch, and so are you, man. You're fucking dumb, man. Don't get on people's lives and just start debating with them on dumb shit. You know what I mean? And nitpicking everything to fucking debate about. You know what I mean? Like the fuck is wrong with you, man? You know what I mean? Have a good attitude. A good spirit. You must hate fucking life, dude. If you going on people's lives just to debate with them and argue with them, my dude, like you really got fucking issues. You really got issues. You really do. You need to have a conversation with a fucking doctor because you got issues, and have a conversation with your mother to why she fucking had your ass. Cause your ass is stupid as shit. But anyways, guys, one love. You already know. Until next time, y'all. Peace.